current affairs from where UPSC can frame questions in the prelims examination next year. So, guys, you know that nowadays most of the questions which come in the current prelims is motivated from current affairs. So, we have to take current affairs very seriously. Let's start. So, the very first topic which we will discuss is the Iran issue. Donald Trump has said that he is going to pause the strikes on Iran. Okay, so guys, there are some map points which you need to take in notice. Okay, as far as this Iran conflict is happening, one of the map point is Kharg Island. Guys, Donald Trump has threatened multiple times that he may take over the Kharg Island. He may seize the Kharg Island. Kharg Island is one of the most important islands of Iran through which most of the oil exports of Iran takes place. Okay, if you see in the past, UPSC question setters have been asking questions on islands in news. Okay, islands in news. So Kharg Island, very important. Please prepare. Kharg Island is located in the Iran. Okay, in the Iran, this is really very important. It is the largest island as far as oil export from Iran is concerned. Okay, there are other islands also like the Kesham Island. Okay, which you need to know. Second is, guys, Iran has said that it is going to carry on with the blockade on the Strait of Hormuz. So Strait of Hormuz, guys, the most important topic from the point of view of international mapping. It was asked this year also in the UPSC Prelims examination. So Strait of Hormuz, which Iran has blocked, is a choke point. It's a maritime choke point which basically connects the Persian Gulf with the Gulf of Oman. Okay, so what is Strait of Hormuz? Strait of Hormuz basically connects what? Strait of Hormuz basically connects the Strait of Hormuz. Okay, someone is saying, okay, yes, Kesham Island is also Iran island, but the Kharg Island is the most important export island. Kharg Island is the most important crude oil export island. Okay, remember this Kharg Island. Kesham Island is also an island of Iran. Okay, so we were discussing about Strait of Hormuz. Why Strait of Hormuz is important? Strait of Hormuz is important because it connects what? It connects what? It connects the Persian Gulf with Gulf of Oman. It connects the Persian Gulf with Gulf of Oman. So guys, straits are really very important. So you may get map based questions as far as the Iran conflict is concerned. Guys, the next topic is a very important art and culture topic. Okay, so guys, Odisha students, students from Odisha, they have performed the Shakespeare's play in Santhali language in Romania festival. Okay, so there is a festival which is going on in Romania, and there the students of Odisha, state, they have performed the play of Shakespeare. You know, guys, Shakespeare is one of the greatest personalities in the English literature, and he has written a lot of plays. Okay, important plays. Okay, you must have read some of the Shakespearean plays. So these students from Odisha, they have basically carried out a performance in the Romanian festival on a Shakespeare play in Santhali language. Why is Santhali language is important, guys? Santhali language is important because it is a scheduled language in India. Santhali language is a scheduled language in India. It was added in the 8th schedule. It was added in the 8th schedule through 92nd Amendment 2003. 92nd Amendment 2003. Santhali language. Santhali language is a language generally spoken in the state of Jharkhand, in the state of Odisha, in the state of West Bengal. It is also spoken in the countries like Nepal and some other countries also. Okay, so in India mainly there are two states where official language is Santhali language, which is Jharkhand and West Bengal. Okay, so this is really very important. Santhali language, they can ask you. It's a scheduled language. It was added in the 8th schedule through 92nd Amendment 2003. 92nd Amendment 2003. This is very important. Why is Santhali language important this year, guys? This year we are celebrating 100 years of the old Chikki script. This year we are celebrating 100 years of old Chikki script. Old Chikki script was a script which was deciphered by Pandit Raghunath Murmu. Pandit Raghunath Murmu. So guys, Pandit Raghunath Murmu, he developed the script of Santhali language, that is called Old Chikki script, in the year 1925. In the year 1925. So Old Chikki script is really very important. Generally spoken in the state of Odisha, West Bengal and Jharkhand by Santhali, okay, Santhali tribes. Okay, so this is very important, guys. This is really very important. Okay, next topic, guys. If you see Nipah virus, guys, which state in India is suffering from the problem of Nipah virus? So we have the state of Kerala, guys. Nipah virus is a kind of a zoonotic disease, okay, which basically spreads from bat, bat, B-A-T, bat, animal, bat animal. So basically from animal to the humans, okay, from animal to humans, whenever a disease transfer takes place, that is called a zoonotic diseases. So guys, we see lot of, okay, diseases emerging in the state of Kerala. Okay, so this Nipah virus also in the state of Kerala. Okay, so this is important. Please take note of it. Okay, please take note of it. Okay, then guys, NDMA has come out with a Resilient India 2047. Resilient India means basically NDMA, which is the National Disaster Management Authority, which is headed by Prime Minister. Okay, so this NDMA basically is a statutory body under the Disaster Management Act 2005. It has come out with the Resilient India. Okay, so basically under the Resilient India 2047, all the ministries and departments, they have been asked to integrate disaster resilience into the planning. Okay, so disaster resilience means how do we become resilient to disasters, because disasters will happen. Okay, so we have to prepare before, we have to integrate the disaster resilience into the planning system. Okay, this is very important. So guys, you know, under the Disaster Management Act, we have the NDMA at the national level, we have the SDMA at the state level, which is headed by the Chief Minister, and at the district level we have the DDMA, which is headed by the District Magistrate. Okay, next topic, guys, America. Okay, America, USA has become the largest exporter of crude oil in the world. Okay, so which country is the largest exporter of crude oil in the world? America. Imagine, guys, okay, there was a time in 1970s when the entire Middle East, they had an oil embargo on America, and today when entire world is suffering from crude oil problem, even countries like Middle East, they are not able to export crude oil, and we have the country America, which is the largest exporter of the crude oil. It is the largest producer and exporter of the crude oil, which is very important, guys. Okay, crude oil, very important, crude oil. Okay, so they may ask you, which is the largest exporter of crude oil? It is America. It is America, USA. This is really very important, guys. UPSC question setters have a habit of asking questions. UPSC question setters have a habit of asking questions on this topic. So expect a question on this. This is a very interesting question they may ask you. Okay, so please do prepare. Which country is the largest exporter of crude oil? It is America. Okay, so this is important. This is in news. Next, guys, ethanol blending. Okay, government has said that it is going to exempt excise duty on higher ethanol blends. So guys, government has decided that the ethanol blend which is more than 22, okay, so for 22 ethanol, E22, E25, E27 and E30, government is going to exempt them from excise duty. Government is going to exempt them from excise duty. So what is ethanol blending, guys? Ethanol blending, basically what do we do? The petrol is there, the diesel is there. Okay, so they are mixing ethanol. Ethanol is basically, okay, derived from organic compounds. Okay, for example, maybe plants, maybe food crops. Okay, so we have various feedstocks from where ethanol can be generated. Okay, so ethanol blending, why we are doing? We are doing ethanol blending basically to reduce our dependence on fossil fuels. Fossil fuels we have to import from outside because India does not have sufficient reserves of fossil fuel. We are importing 86% of our total consumption of fossil fuel, and because of this Iran war, the imports of fossil fuel has been disrupted. So in order to tide over this disruption, government of India is promoting ethanol blending. So government has now said that any blending above E20 will be exempted from the excise duty. Excise duty goes to the central government, guys. E10, okay, so E22, E25, E27, E30. Okay, so this will reduce the import of crude oil. Okay, next, guys, if you see, another topic is there. 11th governing council meeting of Niti Aayog. Okay, 11th governing council meeting of Niti Aayog has taken place today. So guys, this is the first time all the chief ministers and all the chief ministers of union territories and also the administrators of the union territories, they have, okay, participated in the governing council meeting of Niti Aayog. So first of all, what is Niti Aayog? Niti Aayog is a think tank. It is not an statutory body. It is neither a constitutional body. It is an executive body. It is an executive body. So guys, the role of Niti Aayog is what? Cooperative federalism. The role of Niti Aayog is what? Cooperative federalism. Guys, Niti Aayog was created in the year 2005 by replacing the Planning Commission. By replacing the Planning Commission, Niti Aayog was created in 2025. You know, the major difference between the okay, the major difference between the Niti Aayog and the Planning Commission is what? The major difference is that the Niti Aayog is not having the power of fund allotment. Okay, but the Planning Commission had the power of fund allotment also. So sometimes they will ask you difference between Niti Aayog and Planning Commission. Planning Commission had the power of allocation of fund, but Niti Aayog do not have any power of allocation of fund. It is mainly a think tank. Niti Aayog is a think tank. Okay, so guys, Niti Aayog has a very important body which is called the Governing Council of Niti Aayog. So who are the members of the Governing Council of Niti Aayog? We have the Prime Minister, who is the chairman of the Governing Council. Then we have all the chief ministers of 28 states. Then we have the chief ministers of union territories of Delhi. Okay, then we have the chief minister of the Jammu and Kashmir, and then we have the chief minister of Puducherry. Okay, and then we have the administrators of other union territories. Then we have the vice chairman of the Niti Aayog, and then we have the ex officio members of the Niti Aayog. So these are the members of the governing council of the Niti Aayog. They may ask you guys, who are the members of the governing council of Niti Aayog? This is really very, very important. Remember guys, it is an executive body. It is not a constitutional body. It is not a statutory body. It was created in 2015. It was created in 2015 to replace the Planning Commission. Next guys, Rafale. Guys, France has said it is going to support the Make in India campaign by developing Rafale in the country only. Okay, Rafale. You know guys, Rafale is a 4.5 generation aircraft. It is developed by France company Dassault. It's a twin engine aircraft. It's a 4.5 generation aircraft. Okay, so guys, this is really very, very important. Rafale, guys, government of India is trying to procure Rafale, and also now government of India is trying to basically have a kind of, okay, cooperation with France to develop Rafale within the country. Okay, why I am stressing on 4.5 generation? Because this was asked in the UPSC Prelims examination. Okay guys, okay, so India does not have any 5th generation aircraft right now. We are developing 5th generation aircraft. Maybe by 2030, okay, we will get this 5th generation aircraft. Okay, so this is very, very important guys. Okay, next okay, one more topic guys. Okay, there was a committee which was set up by the Supreme Court to look into the, okay, scheduled caste who have converted from Hinduism. Okay, scheduled caste who have converted from Hinduism. So guys, let me ask you a simple question. Under our constitution, okay, who has the power to notify scheduled caste status? Can anybody tell me who has the power to notify the scheduled caste status? Who can tell me? President. Yes, Prajwal. Prajwal has answered. Prajwal, brother, Prajwal, superb, Prajwal. Very good. Prajwal is really doing very good. Prajwal. Okay. So these were some of the current affairs from today's newspaper. I hope, okay, you have taken note of it. Now we will discuss the static topic for today. So guys, how many of you are following my static targets? Guys, if you are part of our private group, I am giving you daily static targets. I am giving you daily PYQ sessions. You can refer those PYQ sessions and prepare the static targets. Every weekend we are having one static test. Okay. So guys, today the target was constitution amendments. Okay. So guys, you know, India's constitution is neither very flexible nor we are very rigid. Under our constitution, there is a provision to amend the constitution whenever there is a need. So guys, constitution can be amended in how many times? How many types constitution amendment is possible? Can anybody tell me what are the different types of constitutional amendment which is there in the constitution? Okay, can anybody tell me? 3 types. Very good. 3 types. The first type of constitutional amendment is simple majority, which is outside the scope of Article 368. Second one is under the scope of Article 368, which is by a special majority. And then we have, okay, special majority plus we have the 50% ratification from the states. 50% ratification from the states. Okay, so which are the provisions which can be amended by a simple majority? Who can tell me which are the provisions which are beyond the scope of Article 368, which are outside the scope of Article 368, which can be amended in simple majority? Okay, so guys, admission and changing names of the state. Then we have the salaries and allowances of the members of parliament. Then we have the privileges of the parliament. Then we have the use of official language. Then we have the citizenship. Then we have the elections to the parliament. Then we have the delimitation constituencies. Then we have the union territories. Then we have the 5th schedule and 6th schedule. 5th schedule and 6th schedule. These are provisions which can be amended by simple majority outside the scope of Article 368. Outside the scope of Article 368, again I repeat, 5th schedule, 6th schedule, delimitation of commission, election to the parliament and state assemblies, citizenship, changing the name of the states, changing the area of the states. All these things do not require amendment under Article 368. They can be amended simple majority. For other things, guys, like for example amending the fundamental right, you require special majority of both of the houses. But there are some provisions which can be amended only by the states ratification. 50% of the states must ratify. Can you tell me, guys, which are those provisions which require state ratification also apart from the special majority of the parliament? Guys, election to the president of India, extent of executive power of the state and the center, then Supreme Court, then High Court, then distribution of legislative powers between the center and the state, then guys 7th schedule, then guys, okay, representation of states in the Rajya Sabha, and last but not the least is power to amend the constitution itself, which is Article 368. If you want to amend Article 368, you need the ratification by 50% of the states. You need ratification of 50% of the states. Is this clear, guys? Okay, guys, whenever we study amendment, we have to take note of a very important rule which is called the basic structure doctrine. Guys, basic structure doctrine was propounded by the Supreme Court in the Keshavananda Bharati case. According to the basic structure doctrine, the parliament does not have the power to amend the constitution under Article 368, okay, and violate the basic structure. Okay, so only you can amend the constitution to that extent that it does not violate the basic structure doctrine. And Supreme Court itself has said that the basic structure doctrine includes supremacy of constitution, sovereignty, democratic government, republican government, secular government, separation of power, federal character of government, unity and integrity, welfare state, judicial review, parliamentary system, rule of law. These are the basic structure doctrine, and you cannot amend the constitution by violating any of this basic structure doctrine, by violating it any of the basic structure doctrine. This is very, very important. Okay, so this was a very important topic which I hope most of you have prepared. There was also another topic, emergency provision. Guys, how many types of emergency is there in our constitution? We have three kinds of emergency. We have three kinds of emergency. We have the national emergency, we have the state emergency, and then we have the financial emergency. Okay, so national emergency, guys, on what grounds you can give national emergency? Guys, president can proclaim national emergency, okay, on three grounds. Okay, on three grounds. Remember, guys, previously there was another ground which is internal disturbance. Now internal disturbance has not been allowed. You cannot proclaim the emergency for internal, okay, disturbance. Which amendment removed the internal disturbance? Can anybody tell me which amendment replaced the word internal disturbance from article 352 as a ground for imposing emergency by the president? 44th amendment 1978. Very good. 44th amendment 1978. Very good. 44th amendment 1978. Very good. Guys, how many times national emergency has been imposed? How many times national emergency has been imposed? Can anybody tell me how many times national emergency can be imposed? Okay, three times. Very good. Three times. Guys, any proclamation of national emergency has to be approved by both houses of the parliament within how many months? Any proclamation of emergency has to be approved by both houses. Three times is the correct answer, guys. Three times is the correct answer. Superb, superb. You are doing superb, guys. Superb. 1 month. Archana Mishra is answering 1 month. Very good, Archana ma'am. Very good, Archana ma'am. Superb. Okay, superb. Marjina is also answering. Archana is answering. Archana, very good. Okay. So, guys, this is really very important. Okay. So, please take note of it. Guys, can we again give this approval? How many times? Guys, for how many times approval can be given? For how many years? National emergency. Is there any limit? Is there any limit? Not limited. Okay, very good. Okay. Next, guys, okay, next is the state emergency. State emergency under article 356. Under article 356 is the state emergency. Okay, so you should prepare article 356 also, guys. Okay, is there need to dissolve the state assembly whenever there is a president's rule? What is the answer, guys? Is there any need to dissolve the state assembly? No, it can be suspended. It can be suspended. Do we need the governor's report? Do we need the governor's report to impose national emergency? Do we need the governor's report to impose national emergency? What is the answer? No, we don't need governor's report. We don't need governor's report. This is really very important. Okay. One more thing, guys. Which case of Supreme Court has brought the state emergency under judicial review? Can anybody tell me which case of Supreme Court, which Supreme Court case has imposed some restrictions on misuse of Article 356? Guys, Esser Bombay, Bandari has answered. Very good, Bandari. Esser Bombay, very good. Esser Bombay case, very good. Guys, now comes the financial emergency. Article 360 has any time financial emergency imposed? Has any time financial emergency imposed? Can anybody tell me? No. Okay, guys, with this, I hope the session was useful. Guys, please do share the sessions with your friends and please do like the video. Again, I will come tomorrow. Tonight, guys, I am having a answer writing session for everyone. I have sent the invite in the channel. Everyone must attend it. Okay. I hope I am able to help you. Thank you, guys. Bye bye. Take care. Please do send the feedback if you're liking the discussion.